Hey guys, so hope you all are doing well. And today I have another racket, and this is Leaning Air Force G2 racket. And this is also one of the most highest selling rackets from Leaning. Of course, the intermediate racket. This is not tailor made for beginners. So I'm telling you this in the very beginning that this racket is specially made for intermediate players. So throughout this video I'll be talking about the pricing, the specifications and all of this beautiful racket which I have got from Amazon. The packaging of course is very good by the seller.
2,000 years later.
So here is finally a racket, the Leaning Air Force G2 badminton racket, 77 of course. So we are holding it from the grip. So talking about the grip size, it is G4 I think. Yeah, G4 it is. So G4, it's not very thick, not very thin, it's very good in the hands. And also talking about the grip thing, the wide grip, this is really good. I mean, you don't need to uh, add another grip if you're using this wide grip. That's really good. But if you're playing outdoors, I would recommend you to apply another replacement grip to your racket, because the white thing that will soon turn black or dirty. So I would not recommend this racket for outdoor play. It's surely not, because this racket is well advanced for outdoor play, but if you are playing, then you should apply a grip to it. Okay, all right. Yeah, so when we talk about the other things, first we talk about the pricing of this racket. So the pricing of this racket is 2700 rupees. That's fair amount I think. For 2700 rupees you are getting this racket. Like I can say that Nanore 18i or Apex Ziegler, Apex Fenape, or any other rackets in this range, they won't compete with this racket. It's really good, but when you get it strung, be you will have to pay around 500 rupees for a string, so it will cost you fairly around 3200 rupees. So yeah, the budget is much higher than Nanore 18i or Fenape or Ziegler, but this racket is worth the money. Okay, so this racket is tailor made for beginners, intermediates, or advanced players. Okay, so for the advanced players, no, this racket is not for you. You will not get the desired results if you are a professional player, of course. But you can do try it. That's not, this racket is not so bad that you can't go for it. But this racket is tailor made for intermediate player who are very serious about their game. And if you are switching from beginner to intermediate, this racket is for you. If you are also an intermediate player, this racket is for you. But this racket is not for the beginners. Reason being, this is a heavyweight racket, and if you are a beginner, you may take any racket which is very highly priced, but if you don't know the technique, if you don't know the way to use that racket, that will be worthless. So don't do these things. First you need to perfect your skills, then you need to go for these rackets. So this racket is tailor made for intermediate player, and so in all the intermediate player out there, you can surely go for this. Now talking about the weight of this racket, the weight is actually 77 grams mentioned on the website, but this racket is actually weighing 79 grams, and when you get it gut, it will range from 82 grams to 85 grams. That is the perfect weight a professional player plays. Like a professional player plays with a racket with a weight ranging from 80 to 84 grams, maybe 85 grams as well. So this racket, uh, in the weight category, that will be close to a professional player. Now when we talk about the string tension, the maximum string tension which you can put is 32 lb, but 30 lb is what maximum I think you should go for. Got a full carbon graphite this frame, and if you have got a carbon graphite frame, of course you can expect the durability from the frame. It won't break. Now when we talk about the another thing, that is dynamic optimum frame. So dynamic optimum frame basically means that you have a reduced resistance of air, so the maneuverability of your racket, that will be really good. I mean maneuverability, like it won't feel very heavy in your hands, uh, because of this. dynamic optimum frame, and that will improve your smashes, the second line clear as well. And plus you can say, like, when you are defending, if you're a doubles player and if you're defending from the backhand, uh, the maneuverability of the racket will be really really good. So the defense portion will be very very good. You can switch to defense, and when you are attacking, uh, the dynamic optimum frame, that will help your cause. So that's really good. Now when we talk about the shaft, so the 0.7 millimeter diameter of the shaft, that's really thin and that's really good. So it has a unique elastic material which actually will do one thing, that will transmit more power in your shots. Okay. And the rebound shots, when a opponent hits a shot and when you hit it back, the rebound thing, that will be very very good. Okay, that will be very very good. This is one reason, and another reason is the flexibility of this racket. It is very very flexible. I'm not sure if you can see, guys, but this racket is really really flexible. You can see. So flexibility basically means that, of course, when you are defending a shot, and because of the this frame, it won't feel very heavy in your hand, so you can maneuver your shots very very easily. Plus this shaft, this is movable. As I said, this is flexible shaft, so it is movable. The craft work is so good that it is movable. So when you hit a rebound shot, you will get value for your shot, and if you are hitting a smash, then you will get great value for your shot, because this is a heavy head racket, plus you have got this flexible racket, so you can't ask for anything else. This is really really good. Now the isometric shape, isometric basically means the vertical and the horizontal, they are equal in size, so you get a great sweet spot, a more sweet spot. But because of this frame, the frame technology, you will get a more better, I think, sweet spot. So that is really really good, which we are getting in this racket. So there is nothing else. And I think there are many rackets like Air Force 77, 78, 79, 80. So there is not much difference in those rackets. The only difference is maybe of the weight and the different color variety, which of course Li-Ning offers. So the last question which comes to our mind is, what string should we use? All right. So if durability is a factor for you, but if you're purchasing this racket, much durability should not be a factor for you, because if you will go for durability, you will lack performance, and this is an intermediate player racket. So if you're an intermediate player, durability can't be a factor for you. But if it is, then you can go with Li-Ning number 5 or Nano G95 or even Kizuna Z69. Out of all these three things, I would recommend you Kizuna Z69. All these defensive strings, they will lose their tension, but Kizuna Z69, it will retain its tension for up to around 2 to 3 weeks. So that will be very good for you, and of course it will be durable. Yes, durability is a factor, but if you are hitting your shots from the outside of this frame, from the sides, then you can't expect durability. You have to be so precise that it hits the sweet spot. All right. But if you are looking for very attacking play, and also you can defend as well because of the racket technology, then you can go. Of course the defense will be very very good, but if you want great offense with this racket, and for that you can go with Li-Ning number 1, the boost Li-Ning number 1 strings, or even Yonex BG66 Ultimax or BG66. And you can also go with Adidas F66 Uber. I've tested that strings and I'm really impressed with those strings. You can check that video in the on my channel. And that's not a sponsored thing which I'm telling, but I was really amazed by the performance of that string. It is costing around 450 rupees as of now. So you can also go with that string if you want to experiment with your strings. And if you want some more balanced play, you can go with BG80 or even BG68. That will also do the job for you. So now comes the part who can choose to play with this racket, singles, doubles. So of course the singles player can play with this racket. Reason being, singles, you get more time when you are a singles player, and because the maneuverability of the racket is really good, so you can go with some outright winners, outright smashes, because the smashing is really good, and you can also defend. So I would not say that this racket is made for singles player or doubles player. This racket is made for everyone. Like if you're a doubles player, you have to defend and all. And for a doubles player, you have to get a lightweight racket, because the game of doubles is so quick that you don't have much time to react. So because of the fast maneuverability of this racket, you can play doubles very easily with this racket, and the respawn time for the shuttle will be very very good when you play with this racket. So doubles player, of course you can go with this racket. And singles player, if you are a singles player, you can choose leaning number 1, or actually you can go with attacking strings if you are a singles player. And if you are a doubles player, you can go with bg80, bg68, or anything, any strings with a gauge of 0.67 or 0.68, that will do the job for the doubles player as well. And if you want durability, and if you're a doubles or a singles player, you are playing outdoors, or you are just playing for fun indoors, and you want durability, then you can go with the Nano G95, Nano G99, Kizuna Z69, and leaning number 5. So this was my initial expressions for this racket, and I hope you like my video. If you did like, please give a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, because I'll be coming up with more racket stuffs in the future as well. And if you want me to answer any of your questions regarding this racket or any other rackets, string, shuttles, or any aspect of badminton, you can drop a comment in the sections below, or you can even contact me on Instagram. I reply to each and every one DM and also the comments, so don't worry, I will respond to everyone. So as of now, bye bye and take care guys.